Hey guys, welcome. This is a general reading for the collective of Sagittarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus. Normally not date or time specific, but this time I'm focusing on sort of the 2022 wrap-up. So how are we wrapping up this year? Even if some themes have been carrying on for longer than a year, this is how we're closing out 2022. The next series of readings will be the 2023 forecast, so stay tuned for that. You can be here as a cross watcher for a Sagittarian. Sometimes the messages come through directly for a cross watcher. Keep that in mind. But it is a general reading, so it won't resonate for everyone. Always best to just take what speaks to you, leave the rest. All right, so let's jump right in. Wow, okay. I'm feeling defensiveness. I'm feeling there's something you need to take a stand for here. Let's see what's been going on. So the first row is, where you've been. Next row is where you're at. Terrible grammar, but I like the way it sounds. And then where you're headed. Oh, I like that a lot. Okay. Ooh, wow. All right. So where have you been, Sag? What have you been going through? Some very stuck energy here, and I'm just saying stuck because the Hangman absolutely feels like there's something there where there's been like a temporary standstill or some stagnant energy, really wanting to move to calmer waters, to some peace of mind, to get beyond something that's been causing you some tumult, hanging on for dear life with that Nine of Wands, pushing forward, persevering, but yet really not moving. That's the thing. There's something here that you've had to kind of surrender to on some level. And where are you now? Still stuck, right? We've got some stuck energy, past and present. And also that Two of Pentacles, it's there's something you've been juggling, or that energy where I said a temporary standstill, sometimes it's like we're running in place. So the energy hasn't really come to a full stop. It's still moving. I liken this card to when you're out on a jog and you come to a four-way intersection and there's a light and you get the little blinking light that shows whether you can walk or whether you have to wait. And instead of stopping, what do? We sort of jog in place. That's what I feel you've been doing, sort of feeling a little bit held up, maybe overthinking things or having some doubts, what's the Eight of Swords in this scenario? Almost like you're not the one who can put things in motion. So therefore, you're kind of bound and you're trying to keep energetically moving, but it's not, there's someone else who has to take that first step. And here it is, Four of Wands. So this is about the twin. This is about the future potentially, or coming together with some eye to the future and being a couple in 3D. Here's where you're headed, Sag. Ace of Pentacles, new beginning. And we've got, I think we've got some wish fulfillment coming in and a potential return. I know, that's Sag right there. So I will say that I saw this in the morning musing, the little reading I do in the morning for the signs I'm going to read for or about. And I felt like there could be some return, but right now what I'm seeing is there's nothing you can personally do about it. It's not the action step that you need to take. It is you feeling like you're waiting on someone else and being doubtful as to whether or not it's ever going to happen. So let's see this Seven of Wands. Six of Swords again, the Death card, and the Sun. I think on some level, and I know these are reflective cards, so it's hard for you to get a good glimpse. With that Sun there underneath, and for those who are new, welcome. When I pull from the bottom of the deck, it's what's going on in unconscious awareness or right under the surface or behind the scenes. I feel what's right under the surface is this is impacting your happiness. and you really need to get beyond it. Whatever it is, it's like we shouldn't have to feel like we're going to battle. We shouldn't have to feel, if we're in a true, beautiful soulmate or twin flame connection dynamic, we shouldn't feel the need to kind of push our agenda. And I feel like that's what you're trying to get away from, is that constant need to be on guard, wanting some change, some growth, some transformation that leads to happiness. Something has to change is what I feel I see you saying. And you know what it is that needs to change is some behavior or some pattern or something that is impacting the happiness. If you look at the death card in the background, there's the sun trying to peak, just on the horizon, in what is otherwise a pretty doom and gloom scenario. But the death card is Scorpio energy, and it is about sort of dying to self a little bit. So something new and beautiful and much more elevated can be born in its place, and that's where you're trying to get. So stick a pin in that. Let's look at the past here with the Hanged Man. Wow. So what's been on hold? Yeah, any kind of construct of commitment and a relationship. Here's the Four of Wands that exists in 3D and has staying power. Queen of Pentacles, feminine archetype of a life partner. The Four of Wands, the beautiful energy. It's the marriage ceremony essentially, but it is excitement and it's future thinking. It's the beginnings of a life partnership, and here we've got some real serious energy of commitment, something with staying power, like I said, but it's all on hold. So then we've got the Six of Swords and the Nine of Wands, not giving up on, persevering, just wanting to get to the other side of all of this. And there is some exhaustion. Yes, look at this. So we've got here the Six of Swords, and I'm clarifying that with the Nine of Wands. So I'm going to show it all to you, but then I'll walk you through it. Two of Cups, smack in the middle. Right? So we know we're talking about this connection. Underneath, Ace of Wands, wanting to kind of, get the inspired passion back. Seven of Swords, somebody's avoiding, or there could be some subterfuge. Wanting to move beyond something that feels either deceptive or is being perceived. I'm saying that for a reason, because Swords energy is our thoughts, our perceptions, how we see things. Something that feels like it's a little slippery, maybe deceptive, or being perceived as some kind of betrayal by the soulmate, and wanting to kind of start new, start fresh, or reignite the torch of passion here in the connection and get beyond that difficult avoidant energy, which is what I'm feeling coming from this Seven of Swords, and just hanging on for dear life. So that's kind of been what the pattern has been for this past year. At the very least, could even be longer than a year. Like I said, this is a wrap up, but the energies can sort of persist beyond the 1 year time frame. I am just feeling like it's been exhausting, and you really need that peace of mind. You really need to get beyond the drama of it all. So now we have the Eight of Swords and the Two of Pentacles. Like just keeping time, trying to keep the energy moving, but feeling very stuck. Wow, look at this. And it's definitely taking a toll on you. Eight of Swords, Nine of Swords, Three of Swords. Underneath is the Ace of Swords. And that Two of Pentacles, like I said, with the keeping the energy moving as you wait for some kind of enlightenment or an aha moment or some kind of an epiphany about how to unstuck yourself. I would say other words, but kids can be watching, right? So I'm just feeling like this Ace of Swords, the awareness is there's some kind of insight being offered to you. The aces are always a gift from spirit. That's the hand of spirit there. But it's dormant right now. It's there, but you haven't been able to access it because you're really kind of preoccupied with this heartache and this disappointment, and feeling stuck and maybe second guessing yourself. And so this Two of Pentacles can also come in as some feeling torn because you can't see your way clear right now. You're not seeing it clearly, or you haven't had that moment where like the light bulb moment comes on and everything makes sense. You're not there yet, but it's kind of there and it's available to you. So that Two of Pentacles, one part of me thinks it's like you're torn, and the other part of me thinks you're just trying to keep the energy going. You don't want to cut ties at this moment. You don't want to really throw in the towel, although you're super close. Six of Swords. So let's see the Four of Wands. Seven of Cups. There's the Divine Feminine and the Magician. Yeah, maybe some mixed messages coming through. And possibly if this Two of Pentacles is where you're feeling torn and you're sort of weighing the pros and cons, since there is a lot of heartache and disappointment here, you know, the Seven of Cups can be all the options, processing the options on an emotional level. We've got the beautiful Divine Feminine there with the Magician underneath. So that's about having all the tools you need to manifest what you desire. You desire this Four of Wands energy, the coming together of the soulmates, of the twins, but you're not quite sure about how to make it happen. So I'm seeing the Seven of Cups as more being a little bit flooded with all of the options that you have to process. Maybe not sure which one is going to get you to the desired outcome. And so going forward, we have the Ace of Pentacles. I'm going to look at that on its own. Six of Cups. New beginning for the past life soulmates. Eight of Pentacles, working things out. Knight of Pentacles, even if it takes time, whatever offer comes in is solid, is stable, is predictable, is dependable, is reliable. I like this. It feels to me like you're really open to a new beginning, but knowing that it's something that would have to be worked through. You've got to focus on it, work on it. And not alone, together. That's the point. So a new beginning for the twins, something where you focus on creative solutions to whatever problem exists, because there seems like there could be a couple. And doing so, this Knight of Pentacles, it's about conscious intention and moving forward with purpose. And whatever offer is made is something you can kind of take to the bank. It's definitely a tangible offer. So let's look at the Star and the Knight of Wands. My goodness. All right, so we opened up this reading with the Seven of Wands, and that can be some defensive energy, even resistance, and that's what I feel is potentially open for some healing. We've got the King of Wands here. We've got the Seven of Wands. I feel the healing is about that defensiveness, and the King of Wands is the one who would be defensive. I'm not seeing you as defensive. You're trying to move away from that. You're trying to move away from somebody who keeps pushing you away. Well, maybe you're not trying to move away from them. You're trying to move away from that energy. Like that's what needs to change, is that you keep being pushed away, or you keep being kept at arm's length by somebody that you're very drawn to, very attracted to, but they're kind of unavailable for some reason. And just as you're about to close this painful chapter, they return. So I feel as if that Star is one half healing and one half like, oh my gosh, this, the dream come true, that what you thought was dead as a doornail is not, and could potentially be revived. So that's what I see moving into 2023, or at least going forward. That's what's on the menu, as they say. So let me give you the astrology for the energies that showed up, but there's a link in the description box below. It's all from your person's point of view. So whoever this King of Wands person is, it's from their point of view, same exact spread. So we'll at least get to see this whole past, present, future from their perspective, what their experience has been. So we've got Scorpio here in the Death card, Leo in the Sun, Pisces in the Hanged Man, Taurus in the Hierophant, Queen of Pentacles is Capricorn. We have here Taurus and Libra, and the Empress, that is Venus. We've got Virgo and Gemini in the Magician, which is a card of Mercury. And we have the Star is Aquarian energy, King of Wands is Leo, and Sag in that Knight of Wands. So that's what I have for you here, Sagittarius, or whoever you are watching. The link to the extended, so we can see it from your person's point of view, is below. I will see you there in a second. Otherwise, bye for now.